Hi, it's James. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you could be here with us. Today, I'm going to finish up Matthew chapter 20. I realize there's only 5 verses, but I really think this encounter that Jesus has with these 2 blind men is important, and it really shows us the character of God. And it shows us what type of Savior that we have. And He's loving, He's kind, and He is merciful. So, let's read. We're going to start in verse 29 and finish the chapter. Now as they went out of Jericho, a great multitude followed Him. And behold, 2 blind men sitting by the road, when they heard Jesus was passing by, cried out, saying, "Have mercy on us, O Lord, Son of David." Then the multitude warned them that they should be quiet, but they cried out all the more, saying, "Have mercy on us, O Lord, Son of David." So Jesus stood still and called them and said, "What do you want me to do for you?" They said to Him, "Lord, that our eyes may be opened." So Jesus had compassion and touched their eyes, and immediately their eyes received sight, and they followed Him. All right. Now, got 3 simple points. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know. So, point number 1 is that this is not the Jericho that you know. According to R.C. Sproul's commentary, this actually was a town 18 miles north of Jerusalem. I know that doesn't have a whole lot of bearing on, the rest of the text, but it's important to know that here Jesus is in Matthew chapter 20, and He's only 18 miles from Jerusalem. So He's headed to Jerusalem. He knows what His purpose is. He knows what He's here for, and He, as I mentioned last week, He's focused on His mission. Point number 2, if you notice, the 2 blind men used a unique title for Jesus. They referred to Him as the Son of David. Now, we need to switch over to R.C. Sproul's commentary. By the way, I am going to be pursuing another master's degree. I've decided that if I want my PhD, I've got to do some other work. And so Dr. White's going to be teaching a church history class this fall at Grace Bible Theological Seminary. So obviously when I opened up my Kindle, I turned to that history book. That's what I was reading last night. So, R.C. Sproul had this to say on page 548 in his commentary on Matthew. He said, "One other aspect of both the healings of the blind men seem important for us to follow. In both Matthew 9 and Matthew 20, the blind men referred to Jesus as Son of David, which was a messianic title. We have already seen this title used on several occasions in Matthew, chapter 9, verse 27, chapter 12, verse 23, and chapter 15, verse 22. And in the next chapter, we will see that this title was on the lips of those who welcomed Jesus at His triumphal entry, 21:9 and 21:15. Then in the next chapter, Jesus will ask the Pharisees how it is possible that David, writing in Psalm 110, could speak of his Son as Lord. These are further clues as to Jesus' true identity." So, oops, messed up. So they knew Jesus was the Messiah. That's why they referred to Him as Son of David. Now, point number 3, why did Jesus come to the earth? Well, James Montgomery Boyce says to have mercy, to serve rather than be served, and to give His life as a ransom for many. It says here, but that is precisely why Jesus came, to have mercy, to serve rather than to be served, and to give his life as a ransom for many. When we ask for mercy, Jesus gives it. He does something else too. He opens our eyes to see him as he is and frees us from sin so that we can tell others about him and what he has done to be our Savior. So, why did Jesus come? To have mercy, to serve rather than to be served, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Which is a reference to John 19. So, we serve a living Savior who loves us, cares about us, and for those of us who are saved, he wants us to grow. So, that's why I do these videos. I try to inspire Christians to grow. I do hope that it's of benefit to you. Put in the comments below if you want more series like this, because I'm going to finish the Gospel of Matthew and I'd like to do a series on the book of Romans. Or maybe if you would prefer a topical, where I go over a topic. I'm doing in the podcast, I'm doing a series on the verses in the Bible that talk about grace. So, put in the comments below what has been helpful and what other things you would like me to talk about. So, anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a great week. Try to stay cool. Drink a lot of water because it's going to get hot out. So, until then, have a great day.